draft comes up in exactly 25 seconds, so we can show off our expertise there instead.
Saved by the bell, right?
Yeah, saved by the bell.
And that's why we're casters. So now, coming into game number 3, once again, tournament lives here are at stake. We just want to reiterate the fact that the risk for both of these teams is ever so high. Right now, with Flash being able to get their comfort heroes in game number 2, they were able to win it in a very one-sided fashion, right? They were able to snowball from that early game. Kyrie was having the time of his life. It was a revenge story to how, I would say, bullied he was from game number 1, where he was unable to do anything in the face of Sagitnu on the Arlet.
I think it's just too expensive now, seeing game 1 and 2, letting go of the Arlet. Perhaps both teams might adjust, but here we go, Flash and Bleed. No changes yet again. Still Flash in the blue side here, sticking with the Valentina ban. And man, it's just giving respect to Kill VJ.
Yeah. Kel VJ here. I bet he said, oh man, if this is going to be my last series, I didn't get to play my Valentina. Why?
Aww.
But I feel like it's a well-deserved respect ban here coming in from Team Flash. I would not be surprised if the bans here are going to be more like what we saw in Game 2. If I am Bleed though, I am more willing to change my ban from a glue into something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perhaps maybe they can change. Just ban the, I don't know. Okay, the Heave ban already. Adjustments from their first ban here, right? So what they're saying is, yeah, we want to really change their approach here from the side of Bleed. Maybe they might pick up the Farsa themselves.
I don't know. I feel like Farsa is quite situational, right? I think the only reason it worked because it worked with the composition for them in game number 2. I'm actually eyeing that Joy would be left open this time around to open up more playmaking heroes for both of these EXP laners, right? So with the Kadita being banned once again, the next one is going to be Glue still. And this opens up the question, right? Lancelot was opened up, Fanny was opened up, Arlet, and now Joy are the choices here.
Yeah, I like the approach here of Bleed, changing things up. Actually, I'm running through the heroes in my head of who might be able to shine with the Eve gone. You know what? I'm gonna fearless forecast that might just be completely and utterly wrong. I think Bleed might take away the Martis as one of their first 2 picks. So make sure it doesn't end up in the hands of Kyrie again.
And also Novaria, right? Because Novaria really helped, facilitated Bleed to win that game number 1. In game number 2, they completely ignored it. They actually chose the Eve over the Novaria. So I'm expecting that to pop up here in game number 3 as the Faramis. There you go. They are going to leave the Joy open in order to contest for the Arlet.
Really asking Flash a question. Are you going to pick up the Arlet or the Joy here? But no, Flash will pick up the Arlet because they did success. Bleed now, they can pick up the Joy and perhaps the Novaria. It's just, it's so open.
Yeah, I am willing to give up the Kaja here if I am Bleed. Give that to Flash. I feel like JPL needs something a little bit more mobile. I wouldn't mind seeing him back on the Cho. Maybe someone who can hop from shrub to shrub like a Kufra. I like the idea of a Joy and Martis pickup here for Bleed though.
Okay. Martis though, right? Does Bleed want to contest it? Do they want to let it go? Because I don't think Martis plus the Kaja, can they withstand that early game pressure, right? So Joy and Fredrin is a choice. Novaria still up in the air for anyone to grab at this point.
Okay, so they left out Novaria and Martis. So, I don't know. I think this is just a straightforward draft here.
Yeah. Although, conspiracy theory, maybe CalVJ might play the Joy in the mid lane.
Oh, so it's a flex, but no, it's going to be the Lancelot. I mean, Kyrie did...
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, right? To be fair, Lancelot is a little bit more sustainable in the lane, right? There's a lot of things that you can work around. You have a lot of more escape mechanisms. You have better control on the objectives on the Lancelot in comparison to the Ling, who's quite fallen off here in the meta. So still, it's a better pick because now they're assuming that, hey, most probably this Fredrin is going to be the jungle. It didn't work out for Sagitno in that earlier game. But now paired with a Farsa, dude, I don't know.
They need wave clear here, Bleed. Just go ahead and pick up the Beatrix, and then again, if Bleed are just thinking super out of the box right now, you go ahead and turn that into a Joy mid lane, put the Fredrin in the jungle, pick up a Yuzhong later, and then it's up to JPL what roam he's going to be picking up. Something preferably with a little bit more peel. They can save those picks later on. So now I think Bleed's thinking, are we going to pick up the Beatrix? Do we want to pick up the Minotaur now so that maybe later on we can just adjust our gold lane pick? No, they still go for the Claude, however, considering that they're up against the Farsa. I feel like I'm thinking too out of the box here. Just a little
really
bit.
creative.
Yeah, I'm getting like, whoa, what if they do this? I'm Mia in the room.
Okay, but I really like this Claude pick, right? It adds more DPS. They lack in the high ground, in the clear. Claude, very good in that clear department. But then again, it's quite vulnerable if you really think about it, going up against an Arlet and the Lancelot. You know, it might catch Claude off guard, but let's see the mechanics, right? Second phase, they should try to limit the marksman here, but no. They will stick to the Minotaur ban.
That breaks my heart somewhat. I wish Bleed considered the Minotaur, but maybe it's just not in the avenue of JPL's comfort. You mentioned the Novaria earlier, Eterna, and Team Flash are respecting it. They don't want to give it to KelVJ this time.
Yeah, because if Novaria was able to be picked up by Bleed, the problem is Farsa's just a sitting duck, right?
Yeah.
It's just so vulnerable, it won't be able to dish out the damage that was meant for. So I really do think this was a wise ban from the side of Flash. I was thinking maybe next either the Yuzhong ban or even the Grok in order to protect this Farsa a little bit better. But for Bleed, once again, last time around they committed to the Kufra ban as well. But this time around, I'm hoping that maybe Bleed want to pick it up for themselves.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned that, actually. JPL on the Grok wouldn't be a terrible idea. That would be great, actually. And then with the Kaja, Grok and Martis might actually be two last picks here for Bleed. But again, that is the if KelVJ is going to be rocking this Joy in the mid lane. Considering that it is up against the Farsa, it would be great.
That makes sense, right? Flash should just ban the Grok here if they really want to secure the Farsa, but no.
I understand this Lilia ban. Because I get it, because they took away the Eve. Yes, it's like a respect, and usually just it's a safe red side first phase ban. But then, as I was talking about it with LaFell backstage, one of the heroes that give Lilia a lot of difficulty is actually an Eve. So I understand it now. And KelVJ, I think he has at least 2, if not 1 game in the MDLPH with the Lilia. So maybe they're just banking that might be the possibility.
So what's the option for Bleed now, right? We have Kagura, we have Lunox, Xavier? I don't like Xavier.
Yeah, I don't like it in the scenario and stuff. Joy mid lane, please. Don't show your mid. Please pick your roamer and then think about the mid lane narrator.
Mincitar roam.
Yeah, that's a Mincitar roam. Oh my goodness.
Okay. This is going to be the debut for Mincitar. Yet again, we see a lot of debuts here today. But with Mincitar, it really negates the mobility of the Lancelot.
Yeah, it could still go into the XP lane though. And
oh yeah, it's still a flex.
It's still a flex. Actually, they have so many flex picks. Fred, Mincy, and the Joy, they're all still flex. So the last pick here of Bleed could completely change how their draft looks. So Flash, go ahead and pick up the carry. They're thinking that Bleed might have one more super tanky hero as their last pick here, so they're considering that possibility. They need the roamer.
Lolita again?
Lolita. Oh, Lolita.
It works better against the Claude.
Yeah.
Okay, Franco.
Franco.
Just to suppress.
Yeah, just to suppress for the Joy and potentially the Claude when it goes in.
True. So they need that lock in CC.
Come on, Lunox.
Lunox in this current.
Don't work out.
It can work out.
I'm not gonna hit up a Lunox pickup. It will be questionable though at that. Yeah.
I mean, there are not a lot of options left on the table for that mage position.
Yeah, I mean, why Lunox, right? Good wave clear.
Yeah.
Very sustainable. I wouldn't say sustainable, but has a little bit more room to work with, right? Especially with her chaos. She should be able to negate that pressure, right? Coming in from the Franco, the damage coming in from the Lancelot and the Farsa.
I wonder if they'll consider add. Oh no, they have heroes who will pick up Purify. So It could be a Grok, and maybe what if a surprise Jawhead? Or no? No.
Oh, what?
Julian.
Yes! Oh,
Julian.
it's a mid lane Julian. Okay.
Wait, let's see the roster swap here just to lock it in. JPL Rome, Joy Jungle, Joy EXP, yeah, Kill VJ, Julian.
Interesting.
Huh.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So it does make sense. It can burst off Farsa instantly. It can burst off Carry instantly.
Yeah.
But again, the wave clear though.
No. Julian does have the wave clear.
Yeah.
My main problem about Julian is the range and the all-in
Yeah.
that the Julian gives.
Yeah,
right?
and maybe that's why they send Sagit into the XP lane with the Joy, just so that you have someone who will like send the Farsa away. Like when they want a team fight, so that KLVJ can shine. All right, I'm gonna fight. Sagit, please look for that Farsa so that I don't have to worry about it.
Oh.
It's juicy, right? It's so interesting.
I'm just so down to get into it. And I'm not going to say it again because last time I was like, Bleed, and then Bleed lost. So I'm not going to say anything, but quick predictions from our analysts.
Flash.
Bleed.
Let's go. Casters, take it away.
I say Bleed because there's a Julian. I like Julian.
I like Julian too. I gotta correct Eterna. No. Kill VJ cannot clear waves. He can only wave clear.
That's right.
Same thing. Sorry.
Going into the match here, it's a best of one now. Only one lives on with a chance to go into the challenge finals. Only one Singaporean stands. It's Bleed versus Flash. And I have to say, that pickup on the Franco on KZP last minute, I think that was key. If you want to make this as close to a 50-50 as possible, you give him the Franco.
Absolutely, and with those iron hooks, he's going to be able to grab a lot of chances to win. You guys can grab tickets right now still and enter the raffle later on as well. It's going to come up very soon to get yourself some merchandise, plus tickets as well.
Here we go, a much slower Game 3 as compared to Game 2. So it's clear that Bleed, despite the very quick interval between this game and the last, was able to reset. Team Flash started up so quickly. And right now, Deck in the middle of all of them, there's a knockup forcing out a Phantom execution. Oh, but wait, off camera, what?
Kill VJ, he can't kill players, he can player kills. No, it doesn't work that way. But first blood, Bleed Esports, now with a very good zoning hook, I would say. And this is the power for the Julian. You hit your power spike so early into the game, level 3, and you have your ultimate.
Yep, I love me some Julian. And given that, we have aggregated our win probabilities here, and crowd is with me here. Bleed is looking like the victor. Because again, even if there is a Franco on Team Flash, JPL's Mincitar is so good. KLVJ, a third of his life right now. Skirmish up top.
Both not level 4 just yet. I think Shocker might get this a bit faster, but Deck is already on the turtle. Should be a free neutral objective. Meanwhile, Kyrie there in the top trying to go for it. Finds a purple buff. A bloody hunt comes through, but there's no intent to kill. It's just a defensive one used up. Enhanced sight with a chain to lock him down. Kill VJ locks him down for FMM.
All right. I would have said that was a worthy trade. Turtle to purple, right? Because if you can't do anything with the turtle, it's not worth the trade. What are you doing? But here, they lost a member, and then they got the trade, and then, eventually, it wasn't worth it. Is this what Doctor Strange sees?
Maybe. I don't know, man. I mean, we're in some Marvel stuff here.
All right, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
All right. So talking about the trade, right? That's why Bleed Esports was able to do as much with what they got. They got a kill, they got a buff, and did they say, Deck stole the orange? There's a pull.
Massive one. Oh, pork and beans, the Franco just got pulled.
Howdy.
What happened there?
Right? Again, as a Franco, it's weird that you're playing with the same range. But yeah, if you miss your hook, and then JPL finds his, the Spear of Glory gets you, man. And Spear of Glory, I gotta say, sounds better than Iron Hook.
It does have a fancier ring to it. Maybe that's the reason. It has a bigger hitbox too. Sagitnu now jumping forward against a Vegs on the Arlet. Kyrie's just waiting in there. I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe a bit longer for Shocker to come through. There you go. Feather airstrike chained in together. But the vengeance from Sagitnu, not the vengeance from the Arlet, gets him out.
Just to be clear, all right? And I think Sagino would have survived, but yes, the most disciplined way to survive there is to use your resources. Better you use your battle spell if you're not going to fight with it. And what a Chad. You see how KLVJ saw that coming? He's like, nope.
Just dodging by a pixel. Oh! Spear of Glory, but good reactions from Kyrie.
Close call. The SOG has found a lot of its targets. If I were to call a accuracy counter on it, I'd say maybe 60-70% so far in the 4 minutes we played. Second turtle up already. Big presence by Team Flash up top.
A lot of good pressure placed down top side. Not cleared up just yet. King's Calling coming down, but it's going to be a whiff there on the abilities. A good stun onto Kyrie, but it's going to be a killing spree ultimately for Kill VJ. Kyrie unable to get out, and this is another free turtle as Rhythm gets popped in by their airstrike as well. Ooh, okay. Deck finds it with a retry. I thought for a second.
Nope, not like this. And now Veg's in trouble. And there's a hook, and no way Deck survives. Finally, KZP finds one.
I don't know how you survive that. Iron Hook into a Bloody Hunt under the turret with a Farsa and an Arlet. But it does give Team Flash a bit more of a chance once again to come back in this game to turn the odds around. Enhanced side, a lot of damage. Pure Glory not connecting, but just the basic attack will do it. Impure Rage doing the damage. JPL now trying to zone the other members away as Kyrie dodges way too far. Good damage in the Thorn Rose. The Blazing Duet gets placed down with a BMI defensively. FMM doesn't want to go too ham here, but Sagino does. He jumps in with a vengeance as well. Oh, it's a King's Calling Flicker, and he pulls one back in. West Mode taking it in the east side.
Hey! And now they're going to make the most of this, converting into a few hits, and now Sagino will make it home. KZP says no, stay here. All this while, Deck was working on this mid lane turret, but Beggs finds one up top. So yeah, no, this is what you do. This is an MPL SG special. If there's a lot of action elsewhere, you trade for things across the map, but clearly Bleed Esports are winning the economy here. Objective after objective after objective, and a kill, and then the stolen purple. Now Vegs trying to keep Deck in place, but no, here comes the king.
Not an honorable 1v1. No. It's always Kill VJ coming in to deal some damage, and it forces out a flicker from Vegs, who, whoa. I just realized this. Went for Tenacity instead of Unbending Will. He was the one who went with Unbending Will.
Yeah, no. So it's clear now that Vegs has a direction. Vegs knows that, all right, I need a little more damage. We're going to be fighting a lot. Or I need to be the better setup. And here, I get it. I respect his choice. It's for the setup. Because you already have damage from Shocker. You have damage on West Mode. You have damage on Kyrie. He's the one who's actually going towards a Thunderbelt and a War Axe to start. So yeah, he needs a great final slash. Now Bleed Esports about 3K ahead here, 7 minutes in. Trying to go for a pull. Great bush control by Sagitno and Kiel. But KZP, oh, this is a scary hook if he finds one.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be able to find one now. He is within the vision. Oh, Kyrie with a good steal, but now it's going to be locked down. Phantom Execution, but it's only onto the King's Calling. Oh, the hook does not connect, but Kyrie should still fall here. Kill VJ picks up an unstoppable. It's 1-for-1 turtle for the jungler. 0-3-0 for the Lancelot now.
It's tough to be Kyrie right now. It's tough to be the Lancelot. It's not that there's too much lockdown from Bleed, it's just they know how to play around it. Now, JPL in trouble. There's a hook.
Yeah, but Deck is still going to be able to just munch on it. It's actually Vex who gets baited, and oh, a good Spear of Glory. Bringing KZP in. There's a little bit of an Appraiser's Wrath there from Deck. Might just look to steal this purple buff, but they're backing away, no? They're going to go for another jungle creep.
Team Flash shouldn't be fighting. That is my honest opinion, my humble call here.
3K gold lead?
Yep, 3K gold lead. You're obviously outgunned. Your jungler isn't as farmed up as he should be. He's on the lower half of the gold leaderboard. The opponent cores are on top. I think it's a miracle that West Mode is sitting this close, right, to FMM, but now there's a fight in bot.
Vengeance now on the back as well. West Mode getting chased down on the carry, still able to escape, but KZP took too much damage from the turret. Shocker now might be stunned. Spear Glory, great pull in, and it's Sagitno who picks the kill up now. Kyrie and Deck both have the retribution, but they're not going to go for it for now. Deck is trying to just zone him away to get a free one. Oh, it's still Deck who wins it anyways, and Kyrie now is just going to be stuck in the King's Calling. The ego fight to go for the orange buff ends up with Kyrie losing his life.
He had no business staying there. And again, on a macro scale, don't fight. Team Flash fought.
1v1.
On a 1v1 scale, don't let your ego get the best of you. That's not your buff right now.
Oh.
You have to play the map. But wait. Woo!
Oh, even the sprint committed there.
Yeah.
After battle mirror imaging out.
All right. So again, this is why you play
Respect.
tenacity. And yeah, no, Vegs is really holding this down. You're looking at Vegs and West Mode to find a window of opportunity to maybe close the gap. But Bleed, it looks like they're not letting up. They're not going to slip up. Not like both of them did in game 1 and 2. It looks like they want to move on. They want to stay alive in this tournament.
It's crazy to see because in game 1 it was such a dominant, final slash from Vegs.
Why?
I have no idea. Maybe again, just trying to open up that bush, thinking someone is there, but it's a very valuable resource already burnt out. And BLD Esports knows it. That's why they're trying to get it as low as possible with the Lord Dance.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, good hook.
He finds one.
That's a taunt though. JPL is trying to run away right now. His deck is going to be targeted down, but Sagitno in the back once again with a vengeance as well. West Mode gets out. The bloody hunt on towards Sagitno, and that's a kill. Oh, Spirit Glory with a flicker. West Mode flickers out perfectly timed out of the King's Calling. They're going to go for the Lord now. No Vegs.
No Sagitno, it's an XP trade, but look at Kyrie. What? Oh no, don't go into 4, not like this!
Way too early now. Oh, the Phantom Execution too! He didn't want to go out, he didn't want to escape, he just wanted to get his hands on the Lord.
Honorable effort. I see the intent, but not in that situation. He just gave free gold over to Bleed. And now this is a 7K gold lead at 10 minutes and a half. KZP is just protecting what's left. When Kyrie comes back in under 10 seconds, maybe there's still a purple, and they make the call. West, just take it. West, where we're still holding out hope for you. This carry currently has a golden staff, a corrosion sight, and a DHS. I like the item builds. I like the direction. But compared to FMM right now, who's rocking all of the above, plus a Haskloss or a Wind of Nature on the way, much better shape. Oh, wait. Vegs taking a fight.
Not too sure about these final slashes, only connecting onto JPL and Deck for the most part, right? I think it should, at this point, it should probably just be used to cover up when FMM used the Blazing Duet, right? It's trying to just cancel it.
Yeah.
But it seems like he just really wants to go for these pickoffs with that final slash. It's on a low cooldown, so you can still afford to do that.
Yeah, but all the more, FMM just picked up his Wind of Nature, so he's going to be picking fights. Kyrie comes in.
Oh, good hook. Wow, FMM. What? He's able to get out of that, BMI. Tough boots, I'm guessing.
Yep, or maybe just at the right frame, he clicked the clone out. So at least Team Flash was able to defend. 8K gold lead. Bleed Esports taking the disciplined route. A lesser team would have forced the push here, seeing that that inhibitor is at half health. They do have a wave down bottom. Tier 2 still protected. Looking at the item game here, Kyrie has actually closed the gap. He's just down by maybe 600, 700 gold away from Deck. That has forced him to build more defensively now. He's on his way to a Guardian helmet. But the biggest gap still is between Shocker and Kiel VJ. They played each other in MDL Philippines, and you see the effort. You see how Shocker just holding on. He doesn't want to die anymore. He's only sitting at 2 core items, Miracle. 2 core items at 12 minutes.
Not a good performance right now from Shocker with the gold, the farming department here in the mid lane especially. The fact that, again, Kill VJ, how much gold is he ahead? 3,000 gold ahead.
3K.
Oh, that's going to be nasty, man. Farsa is already so vulnerable. The fact that he can't even deal damage with the range advantage is going to be massive for Bleed Esports.
Even Vegs can feel it. Vegs and KZP, right? That's a lot of magic damage. KZP only rocking a Radiant Armor. Vegs also has the Radiant Armor, but the thing with Radiant Armor is you should have already taken the damage, right? So you have to have stayed there, but you're gonna get melted not just by KLVJ. FMM is there. Even Deck deals a lot of damage if he's able to put some stacks on his Crystal Shield. So yeah, we've seen this across SPS so far. If Deck plays it right, he can force West Mode, he can force Kyrie to put stacks on him and go for the punish. This is Bleed Esports game to lose.
Carry spotted up top instantly. Bleed Esports, you can see the transition into the Lord. They want to just fully commit into it. Even, I believe KZP was visible there on the map, but Bleed, they're not committing. They still don't want to go for 50-50. Kyrie, oh my god, it's a steal from Kyrie! He gets locked in now with a blazing duet on the back as well. FMM trying to kite away. He gets forced out. Sagitnu gets out as well with the King's Calling. They're placed down. Deck finally gets a kill back. KZP with a flicker out, but Kyrie's done enough. They even got a turret up top.
That's right. The man who Phantom executions into 5 and a Lord is only crazy except for one time when he actually steals it. And here he did. So that's going to empower Team Flash's minions, going to help the map be a little more controllable, a little safer for both Shocker and Westmo to build up more items. And just to say, maybe extend their life here, give them more of a chance. If earlier we saw it, it was possibly 80-20, maybe now it's closer to 60-40. And I'm being very generous. This 7K gold lead for Bleed is still going to be massive. So yeah, Team Flash have to learn how to play this position very well. They're going to be pushing bottom lane, sending up a Lord on top. And mind you, this is Luminous. Lord's going to crash in if Team Bleed Esports doesn't protect it.
That's right, they're already clumping up top there to stop, to prevent this enhanced Lord from crashing in. But it seems like they're going to be zoned away. Deck is still holding his ground, but the rest of the team, it's a disconnect completely. Deck is isolated from the team, but he's still able to just clear it out. But Team Flash really just wanted to commit into the top side of the map. And because of that, they're not going to get any turrets on the board. Oh, King's Calling on the board! The Bloody Hunt comes down, Kill VJ comes in late. Oh, it's an enhanced chain to knock 3 of them up. Vex going deep, Deck is still alive. Vex is going for the minions to get some sustain. 2 for 0 with a Lord on the hands of Team Flash. Bleed somehow, someway made it work.
Even the bottom lane tier 2, which we called, given the long lane wave, should have gone down. They even managed to control that. Oh my goodness, that was just JPL and KLVJ being in total sync. I could have sworn they were born in the same womb when they did that move, right? The perfect chain, the knockup plus the flicker, King's Calling. Oh, that just might have won them the game. That was an amazing sequence from up top. They did not only defend the Lord, they didn't stop the penetration from Team Flash, but also they won an amazing team fight. And now we're back to the 2080. I do believe we're still sitting at 2080, especially with the Lord coming in half a minute.
That was the biggest chance for Team Flash to come back, but Bleed Esports, again, calm, collected, knew how to deal with Team Flash's onslaught.
Calm, collected, and connected. Earlier this week, we watched Bleed Esports. It looked like Sagitnu and KLVJ were playing their own game. The rest of Bleed Esports were elsewhere. Here, oh god, their roamer and their mid laner, that mid duo. Oh, what? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. KZP flickers out. That was such a good prediction from JPL, but man, 16 minutes in, 17-2. It's really, if you look at the scoreboard, just the scoreboard, it will be unbelievable for you to think that Team Flash still has a chance in this game, but looking at their positions, they have a chance.
Oh, concealed play from KZP. No one home. Sagitnu gets that recall. Lord at half health. They're doing the dance right now. Where's Deck? Oh, they're threading the needle here. It's a 5v4.
Final slash, King's Calling can be placed down right now. Look at the flank still. West mode is there. Oh, the feathered airstrike comes down. FMM with nature, still able to sustain, still able to kite away as JPL's immortality will be popped. It's still going to be Deck who secures it somehow. Kyrie running away. West mode with a shutdown now onto kill. But look at KZP with Bloody Hunt. Dex is coming in. Oh, good flicker with a conceal as well. Now in the back, Sagitnu trying to gun or run West mode down, but the rose gold saves his life. Bleed Esports still trying to fight despite getting the Lord.
Yep, Deck's gonna fall here. It's a 2 for none, but they do get the Lord. FMM finally gets punished. That's a lot of gold going over to Team Flash, which explains the 4K gold lead, which was about half diminished. And now it's endable. 2 defenders left.
It was 70-2, but now it's 17-6. Make it 7 as they clear it out. Despite a horrible early game, Team Flash, in an instant, found a way back into the game.
Even KZP can't believe it. What's going on? Team Flash moves on. One more life, one more go for a chance to make it to the challenge finals in Jakarta.
It's a rematch up against Archives Esports, a team that was able to send them down in the first round of the challenge season here at SPS Snapdragon Pro Series, and it's going to be a rematch that is definitely hyped up here with Team Flash's determination, the mentality that they were able to show. They're strong.
Oh wow, Bleed. I can only imagine what's going on in their